welcome everybody to 48 Talk, episode 139. I'm your host, RaceBody as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DX Takamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and Colin Janssen on the bottom right. Happy birthday, DX!
Thanks.
Your turn this time.
Hey.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
D to the X, happy birthday.
So, anything special happened on your birthday?
Nothing too much actually. Everything is going down pretty much during the weekend. So since my birthday is on a Monday and everyone is at work and such, so I'm celebrating it a bit later.
That.
So,
Not if you were here. If you were here, you'd be celebrating Golden Week, my friend. So you would be able to go drinking and have good times.
Yeah, I know. I probably.
If we could all live in Japan.
Yeah.
Come here, all of you. Come here.
So, yeah, I still wonder, did something happen 9 months before April? Like, was there like this big event where everybody went and then, something special happened that night for all those people? And then in the month of April, everybody was like, yeah, happy birthday to boy or girl or whatever it is. Anyway.
I'm so completely clueless what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Maybe if you're a little older, you can understand what I'm talking about.
What we should worry about is the MNL Sosenkyo.
Oh, you got serious one right away, right off the bat. But indeed,
I'm not that good,
but
I tried. Yeah.
Trying to set the mood, and I was like, no, we need to go to the serious part.
Hammer, just hammer, hammer.
Yes,
because there's a lot to talk about.
Okay, then. So the MNL Death Sosenkyo happened, and Colin, go right ahead to explain what happened.
So MNL48 in the Philippines, they did their general election, or as everyone calls the general eviction.
Pretty much.
I watched parts of it. It was live streamed on MNL's Facebook, and I also, after the event, because I had questions, I asked people on Twitter, the MNL Loves community, if they could help me out. They did. I managed. Was a lot, but I anticipated that beforehand. So that was awesome, because now we are able to give some more insight and information, because I know nothing about MNL. So you can at least try. Plus, also, that live stream was bad.
Oh dear.
Maybe for other people it was fine, but I maybe it was Facebook, maybe it was them, but I saw like 5 seconds and then my entire page went like white and it was like awful quality. I think there was something on their part, maybe on my part too. It was.
Well, that's odd to hear, because usually Facebook is really stable on live streaming and such. So.
Yeah, I'm not clear. I talked only with Matt, actually. She had no trouble watching it for the most part, I think. So maybe it has been me, but it was an interesting event. Remember the AKB one last year in a big, huge place, concert. Even the B&K was, grand.
Yeah.
The MNL was in a tent.
A tent? What?
Yes. Yeah. I believe I said that right. It was in a tent. Why?
You mean like a big top? You mean?
They said a tent. It was.
I'm
something.
picturing like something you said in your garden, like that.
I picture something that you put up. Where you can you still have guests, but your house
party
is maybe
tent.
too full.
A party tent.
Kinda. It felt weird. It was a tent.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know. There was maybe something behind that, but I forgot and I can't see my notes. So I don't know why. But either way, it was so odd. So they did the usual thing. Everyone comes on.
Before that,
yeah.
Any audience?
There was an audience.
Like sitting audience or standing audience?
People that sit, people. There were some people standing that could have been staff, and there were also people leaving.
Before the event started?
No, during.
During the event, okay.
Yeah, so it felt really moody, but you know, regarding the event, it was a moody event. I believe that their media partner of MNL, I see it now in my notes, owned that venue, so maybe a discount. I don't know. Either way, people, you know, all the girls came with their names, you know, that thing, just a piece of paper, like, and their name. Okay. And they announced, you know, guys, help me. When there's a Sasenkyo, where do they begin with announcing the rankings?
Usually with the
undergirls.
I would say. No.
Yeah, not undergirls, but like the lower end. So they start with the low number.
Yeah. So for instance, last year with AKB that was number 100, but usually it's 80. They started with 16.
Like the Senbatsu.
Yeah, they did a reverse ranking, so first 16 to 1, and then they did 32 to 17, and then 33 to 48. Yeah.
Wait,
I had the same reaction.
So I am seeing numbers. So you have then the top 16. They announced those first, so number 1 gets announced?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before one got announced, there was a dance. You know, there was something. You know, so that the staff could place the phone, and then number 1 got announced.
Okay. To be fair, I get if they do the 16 till 2, because they did it in Produce 48 as well, and the whole Produce 1-1 series they do that as well. Yeah. But why then start from 32?
The general consensus is drama. Kind of what Produce 48 also did.
Yeah, but more redundant, I would say, because then you get like the top 16. It's like, I didn't make top 16. No. It's like, and then they have to build up the feeling like, I'm gonna get kicked out. I'm gonna get kicked out. And it's like at number 36. It's like, oh god.
It is, you know, if you keep the context that it is a eviction, as the fans call it, then it kind of makes sense in a very bad way.
So it's more important to survive than actually becoming first place or actually make it into Senbatsu.
It's not about winning, it is about not losing.
Not dying.
Kind of.
Not dying,
yeah,
pretty
basically.
much. Yeah.
Not getting evicted.
Well, so, that's a good message to have the group.
Yeah, what the...
Okay. So,
okay.
They did like that, and
how many votes did the first place have?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Unknown.
No one knows.
Exactly.
They did not reveal the votes.
No vote reveals. I looked around myself actually when I.
Wait. Back the F up. Back the F up. They didn't. Huh?
No, there was no like Ichiman, Yen, Futaman, blah blah blah. There's no votes, no voting count.
I think in the history of voting, no one ever done that before.
Yeah, there was no voting count.
Okay.
As to why, you know, it is only speculation.
Colin?
Oh, yeah.
Let's time out for a moment. Try to reset your Discord a bit, because you're turning into robot too much now, so...
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's a bit too flaky.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Is that better?
You're back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, continue.
Oh. and again with the teleportation, I guess.
If he pops up in the corner again.
No, I was too quick.
Okay, Colin, continue.
Okay. Why they didn't reveal the votes? No one knows. Maybe they didn't. The vote amount didn't turn out like they wanted to.
2.
You know.
Sorry. I know there are a lot of fans, so sorry.
I remember from last year that the highest amount, before they did anything was like 1,200 something, maybe more. But this year, no one knows. They didn't reveal why. I think someone said to me that they don't really necessarily have to, but that's maybe a bit too political based on certain laws. Maybe something about the Department of Trade and Industry. I'm not too certain. That's not really something that I know about. But basically, no amount. We don't know. It's it's not that we can be like, haha, they didn't have, they didn't crack what 10,000 votes. No, it's more like, come on, let us know what the general consensus.
Exactly. It's more like how much was the difference between.
Could you see growth in the group?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
That's about
Yeah. But as we have established with the NML management, so not the members or the staff, just to clarify that, they suck at their jobs.
Pretty much. Oh my God.
Anything that we assume is normal is like no. Who cares? Woohoo!
Yeah. Let me just say, like, I think that's really shady, because, like, for all we know, they're like, they could eliminate people that they felt weren't gonna fit in going forward into the future. There are so many rooms to do something there. I mean, I guess if you wanted to be really like lying, you could just make up vote numbers too. There's that as well. But the fact they didn't even do that, the only reason I could see for doing that is that it was just super low vote counts. They didn't want to embarrass the girls. They didn't want to make it look like there's nothing. Then I could kind of see that. But then that would also suggest maybe you shouldn't have this Sasenkyo, because if I was a fan and if the Manila fans could have banded together, the best thing to do would have been to not vote at all across the board, period. Nobody votes, they can't do the Sasenkyo. But now, if they can combat that by just simply not showing the votes, they can make up their own numbers. I don't like that. I mean, I don't like this to begin with, but that just makes it even more like somehow just blah.
Something is in the shadows, and I kind of want to drag it out because something is going on over there, but I can't quite tell what though.
It is really shady. I don't know.
Super shady.
So basically, they were left with 48 members. Ha ha ha. There used to be more, but now there are 48. Get it? Because it's in the title. Either way, I believe, if I'm correct, 12 first-gen members had to leave, and four Kenkyuseis. I think they started with 48 first-gen members, 20 second-gen members, and then 9 Kenkyuseis, which may have also included first-gen members. I have a list of like the 12 first-gen girls that graduated, but it's a bit too long, and I not to be rude, but I won't name them just out of time-wise sake. But from what I've also understood, there's no Kenkyuses anymore. So they got promoted. Yay! Yeah,
I guess, but it still feels so weird, This also, I don't know, man.
And basically everyone participated because
you got it.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. They have to. They have to. Otherwise, you get kicked out prematurely.
So force Sasenkyo. That's a point that I think a lot of people also didn't realize.
There were plenty of girls that had plenty, depending on how you see it. There were girls that had increases like big or small. 20, 25, 30 something. The one who won, named Ali, went from 26 to 1. That's an interesting. That's an interesting, jump, because you wouldn't necessarily anticipate that. One person said it was predictable. I don't know, maybe 2 members of the group, so I don't know if this was like, yay, Ali did it, because of course.
Yeah, we really can't say if it made sense or not, because we're
I no clue
at the moment.
I'm so confused.
It's there was one funny. I use that term weird, but let me finish that. There was a member that was ranked number 6 last time and didn't rank, and then someone that didn't rank last year became number 6. It's kind of weird, mirrored in a way, but that happened. I believe even 2 Kami 7 members didn't rank in. I may be wrong. I thought I remembered that. So that's no one's safe apparently.
So I'm trying to paint a picture. The atmosphere is already they're in a party tent, and they're sitting all together. There's no smiles or anything, I believe, or
the girls did smile.
They were like, "Oh yay, I have to leave the group."
Yeah, it's you know.
Were the people clapping? Were there like?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It because of the quality of the live stream that I saw not being very good, I didn't notice it. So I can't really answer that. Maybe there was. I didn't realize it.
So what did it do with the girls that didn't rank in? Just like, did they even mention it? Thank you for the hard work, and hopefully you'll find something in the future.
That's something that maybe the people could have helped with. Because I have like zero knowledge of their language. I don't know if they did. Maybe they did. I only know that when the last girl, who was supposed to rank in got revealed, of course the girls that didn't rank in, they died internally, so to say.
Exactly.
Because they're out.
Pretty much.
Basically,
Basically, their final performance is May 1st, I think. Yeah, in a few days.
Oh yeah. We get there eventually too. There's supposed to be I say goodbye concert, but it isn't formulated as a goodbye concert. It's just a concert for these members are leaving. Bye.
It feels so wrong. It feels really wrong.
Yeah.
It's now I remember. If you maybe remember that part from the BNK Sasenkyo when Izurina ranked in and she got down the stairs, and then Miyori, who is a halfie, and her best friend, when they had that hugging moment, it made me cry. Basically that, but with more members. Because also that's something that I will have to say, the camaraderie of MNL48's members is amazing. My mind was blown.
Why would you break them up?
Punch someone from management, because
I love to get some answers but from my drawer, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm still wondering, what is the idea of this? Like, yeah, if we do this, is gonna be such success. This will be so good for the name. We will create so much controversy, and everybody will know. And then we can start with this amazing group that everybody wants. But what about the after effects? What about all the negativity? You need to turn that negativity into something positive. Doesn't look like it will be turning into something positive, though.
There may be someone who we can point at, but I will get there eventually, because that was a question that I had.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really sad seeing all those members leave. They were forced to. I know that some of them voted for each other, or their parents did. One person said to me. There are also family members, if I'm correct, in the group. I know that there are the twins, but I believe there are also cousins. I remember something along those lines. There are some family members in there.
Well, okay.
So yeah, it's bye. I don't know if any of the family members survived, but either way, their camaraderie really amazing. I always thought that SKE and BNK had the best camaraderie. I put MNL there, and that's a huge compliment, because that is really something that I applaud for.
Yeah, same.
In the meantime, Derek, could you put your headphones on, because we're having some audio left back.
Sure.
Yeah, continue, Colin.
I wanted to mention one member. There was one member that wore sunglasses, and I wanted to know why. Because that stood out to me, even though it was, inside, she wore sunglasses. Her name is Lara. She's referred to as the beatbox queen or something. She had an eye problem, sore eyes, or maybe a medical condition for her eyes, so she wore glasses. She did a handshake event, I think, but she didn't shook hands. So yeah, she wore. I thought, why is she wearing sunglasses inside? But something for her eyes. And well, it's very weird how they, from what I understood, little to no ways to promote themselves. What they would mainly do was Facebook and Instagram, primarily Instagram. Mm-hmm. Doing live streams and stories, something like that. That was really the only thing that was the thing that got really clear to me, that there wasn't really any exposure in mainstream media, at least from what I understood. Not even a news segment, but I could be wrong. Maybe no one really answered that concretely enough for me. So who knows?
It feels like they just did a Sosenkyo for the sake of Sosenkyo. Like the idea that the other groups are doing. But they're too new to have it at such a level. So the Sosenkyo was way too early to have one. But when the first one happened, we were already like, they have a Sosenkyo already? It's like, why? Why do you need to do that? And then now it's like, oh, now you have to do the yearly thing. And they want to be edgy with this innovative new style that doesn't work. But why not? Just take now I can't believe I'm going to say this, but take a picture book out of AKB48. They're not doing a Sosenkyo this year.
Mm-hmm.
So you shouldn't. You don't have to. You don't have. There was no reason to have a Sosenkyo. I really, really believe that there was no reason to have one, actually.
I think from what people told me, basically it is because they cannot handle all those girls. The
so
amount
they want
of
to
members.
Make a shift. So they want to divide a bit. So
basically, the way that I would describe it as is the ones that were not profitable enough were dropped. That is how I interpret it. That's how it looks to me. Sorry.
I mean, I'm happy. K made it. I think she's in the Undergirls, so at least like the girl I've been following is doing well. Not as well as we hope. I don't know if her sister or the person she's really close to made it or not. But,
Princess is out. I think Princess is out. Potato Twins barely made it in.
That's good they made it though. They're so good. It's whatever though. I mean, again, it's like you're saying, Colin. It's just and Robin, like this seems to be really futile and not necessary. If anything, maybe I guess drama. Somebody in our comments last week or the week before was saying that the Filipino culture, maybe they really like this kind of thing, this drama. So it appeals to Filipinos to have something like this set up. It just, again, it goes totally opposite to what Idol is all about. And I think that's where there's the big disconnect here between their management company trying to cater and appeal to mainstream Filipino culture versus the fact that they are branded as a Japanese group that is trying to import Japanese ideology via Idol into the Philippines, and they're not doing a very good job of that. You can make some concessions, and I think it's okay to tweak as necessary. I would say look to BNK to do that in terms of how successful they've done it. But I would say, like, overall, you're losing the core fundamental value and belief of what Idol is all about. You're up there rooting for these girls to succeed, and you watch them go from nothing to something. How can you do that if they don't even have a chance to stand on the stage? And if they're not profitable at all, then I would say look to a girl named Rina Matsui, who was really not profitable when she started, who was in the back and almost didn't even want to continue until that Faded AK Bingo episode. And then from there, her star kept shining and shining. She got her own concert. I own the DVD set of that concert. It is glorious. Somebody we know was there.
I actually was at the concert, so yeah.
Birthday Boy was there. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. So you can't cut a girl, an idol, off at the knees before they even start just for the sake of making a culture that isn't familiar with Idol like it more. Because then what you're doing, and this is the big thing that I don't, it's so in bright neon lights simple to understand here, and they don't get it. if you are training your potential fans to expect a certain kind of thing, namely what they like, this drama, if you ever plan to flip and become a real idol group, like Real Idol, all that work you're doing to take this idol concept and make it into something else, if you're just going to get rid of that after you've suckered all these people into coming in, it's going to explode. Exactly. So you can't do that. You stand your MNF ground. We're an idol group. We're from Japan. We are branded with the biggest idol group name in history. In history. I don't care, Morning Musume fans. I love you all, but no, AKB is the biggest. And you take that name, it stands for something. Like I've said many times our comments to all the billions of fans that like comment and talk to me about this in our commentary, you cannot concede. You just can't. Because if you do, you're giving all these people in Manila and the Philippines a whole other idea, and then if you ever flip, boom, they're going to be like, wait a minute, what happened? Bye. I mean, you're just asking for claps. What you do is you build this community small. You go to the people that actually get it in the Philippines, and you cater to them, and you build that way. You build inward to out. And then you kind of, if it's one small theater and one show, and that's all you got, and you got 100 people maybe going to that, great. That's a good start. That's wonderful. Build from there. Don't try to just throw stuff at the wall in the Philippines. See, well, they like drama, so we're gonna emotionally abuse members of our group and basically hurt them on every level and dash their dreams against the wall, just so we can have a little bit of drama, so we get the Filipinos into it. Yay! Bullshit. Sorry. Sorry.
Well said. No, well said.
Yep. Well said.
Something interesting to note that I forgot. Apparently, someone told me. It's maybe not 100% confirmed, but very likely. All the MNL members are contracted annually, and an extension is dependent on HHE's. Maybe they pronounce it differently. The management's call. So basically, what that means is that the elimination process is legal. They can't do it because
their contract is over.
Yep.
Their contract.
Unlike with like AKB, something where there are many agencies. So it's legal, but heartbreaking.
Truly.
Yay!
Is there a song coming out of this?
Happy birthday to you, DX. You're amazing. All right.
Is there anything coming out of this? Is there any news like, hey, this is now the Senbatsu for this song coming up?
I don't think the song has been revealed, but it will be. Well, will be. It may be released at one point.
Still
don't know how fast, but it may likely be. And something that DX said just a while ago. For the girls that got eliminated, basically, there will be a concert-ish kind of thing very soon. I think this week, but I don't know.
In a couple of days, actually, yeah.
A couple of days, so hey.
May 2nd, right?
May 1st, actually.
Or May 1st, huh?
Well, very soon then. And someone told me that there will be a boycott at the event itself. So as to hopefully get through to management.
Whoa. What is a boycott?
Yeah, that's what they told me.
All right,
I don't agree.
Let's get tickets to this event and boycott it.
No, they will. No, I believe that they don't get tickets. They just stand in front of the event.
Okay, that's boycotting. It's like they're going to the event. I was thinking they're going inside. You know what? Here you go.
No, they won't do that because
Screw management.
A peaceful protest, if you will. Hoping to get the attention of management that this is not how the fans like it to be. There's someone you could point at, referred to as, I want to get the guy's name correct. Kuro P. Full name, Paolo Kurosawa, I think.
Paolo Kurosawa, okay.
He's the president, apparently. And he has what someone described to me as basically he changes what he wants to do, like a snap.
Like,
so what I would refer to as
today's Monday. I think I will mix up the entire groups, even though we just had a Sosenkyo. That he could do that.
He can do it if he wants to. He has this reputation of doing things, you know, whenever he wants.
Snap.
He's real finicky as a person, I would say then.
Yeah. That's what people told me, but maybe.
Good job to be a president of a company. Oh boy.
Yay!
Either that or not carrying out the members at all. AKS, but okay.
So yay. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else of interest to reveal. It's the fans are furious. Really, everyone is. There were one good thing. The host. There were 2 hosts, a male and a female. The male, good guy. He's a good guy. He worked with the girls. He knows them, so that's a relation that they have. He already seemed like a very cool dude. The female, that's that to me, that's someone that I take one glance at them and I already know anything or everything about them. She, hi everyone. Today we're gonna have an event, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, everything is so happy and great. Aren't you glad you're out here?
She was she was happy regarding, of course, in a way, you can interpret that as being enthusiastic about your job because as a host,
but you can't read the atmosphere then.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You can't be like, welcome to today's thing. But she was. The fans didn't like her apparently. She seemed bitchy. But the guy's good. Guy's a good guy.
Okay.
So what can we compare the guy with? Like with Sata in AKB during that time? Something
actually,
like that?
I was more thinking of the BNK48 Victory host.
Oh, right.
Okay, one of is a bit fuller, and the other one is a bit thinner. It's the thinner guy, because I know that he did more things outside of the program. So it's kind of like that. He knows the girls. I mean, so that's a good choice. I clap for a good choice. I did that a lot with Avengers Endgame. I clapped a lot for awesome things. This is the only thing that I would consider to be a good choice.
Oh boy.
What is this mess? What is this mess?
This is a mess, dude. What the hell?
It's
1 step forward and 455 steps backwards.
Let us know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. And let's please move on to something more uplifting, I would say. Even though it was emotional.
Well.
But at least they're smiling and going on their own terms.
Wait.
I was smiling.
I'm talking about, of course, about the this weekend. Last weekend was the 2 concerts. First off was the group festival, and the other one was the farewell from Sashihara Rino. So I currently only watched the first half of the Sashihara Rino concert, so I can more talk about that. I did see some things about the group festival concert. For instance, that it was very windy and rainy because it was an open stage, of course. That should be good.
Of course.
Learn nothing. Learn nothing. It's like, it's raining again. Nope. Well, wear your coats and be careful you don't slip. Otherwise, you will not be attending events because of physical, what was it? Physical
illness.
Yeah, physical condition, something. Due to bad condition or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I do thank the wind though, because there was some, uplifting winds.
Dude, what the? Oh god.
I did see that.
Yeah, there's this one picture, and it's this big basically because the perfect timing of that wind, and then someone takes a picture for that. It's insane from Okaranana. So can't complain about that. of course.
No, you're not actually, no.
No, but so tell me about the group festival. What do you guys saw, heard, think about it?
The X
Well,
can go first.
For me, the most touching moments were the reuniting, even if it was for a short period, of the Three Musketeers and Tentomachi. When I saw it, it was like, it's been way too long.
Nishino Miki is like leaving the group was so good for her.
Yeah, in the end.
She's doing very well. Like a lot of TV shows, a lot of attention, and of course being very fit, going to a bodybuilding competition, not winning anything, but still it's like, yeah, you worked out a lot.
She looks better than when she was in the group. So yeah, that says quite a bit actually.
She has time now.
Yeah, true that, but still.
Still, no one to push her around to an extent and make fun of her, basically. So, like a roller coaster part of that. But it was very cool to see Tentomachi basically for the last time again.
Yeah.
No,
kinda.
It's going to be happening again at another graduation concert probably, because I think a lot of people said on iconic teams, Tentomachi is one of those teams that's like, oh my god, you were such an influence, like a next generation part, and sadly the biggest ones are leaving, right?
I'm thinking.
It was the center of the Tentomachi, Kojima Mako.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, oh, Kojima Mako. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she too. I forgot about her for a moment.
Really?
Oops. I was like, wait, Maru, Ryoa. Oh wait, yeah, Kojima Mako. I forgot about it. I forgot about it.
She looked wonderful though.
Yep.
Oh
So-
yeah.
I'm a little confused. Did Takashi Juri already leave?
Not yet, I think. She's
No,
scheduled to leave in May, I think.
Yeah, her graduation concert with Team B is the 2nd of May, I think, on Thursday.
I do.
Yeah.
Was she there?
No, it needs to be happening still, that kind of thing, but
No,
I
well-
don't think she was.
She wasn't there, right?
No, I haven't seen anything or heard anything from her in a while. I have no clue what she's doing.
So that's what I was missing, like that iconic moment, because Takashi Juri is very close with Kojima Mako,
Yeah.
and she didn't even attend the graduation concert.
I don't know. I don't know where she was, or what she was doing. I don't think she was there. I'm 99% sure she wasn't there.
She's already in Korea, maybe.
Probably.
Might be. I don't know, to be quite honest. So.
Yeah, those two things were basically noticeable to me, and Shiroma Miru performing,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
an MB song.
Oh, need to remind myself. Gino, pick up a photo book for me.
Yeah. We need to Shiroma Miru photo books, huh?
Yeah, I ordered it. I can't wait. Need to wait a while. I think June. Yeah, June.
June, yeah.
That's still a while, but
You'll get it. Still, what else happened at the group festival?
There were lots of stages. They did it very interestingly. There were 2 live streams, and one of them would show. There were like 5 stages: A, B, C, D, E, and A was something that was watched on both, and then B, C, and D and E were, separated into 2 ones. So if you were watching it live, at some point you had to, you could watch them both, or just focus on one. It's interesting. It's not as bad as I imagined.
So basically, what you're saying, they did like their own version of a super stage, combining groups performing at the same time. Did someone had this idea before? I can't put my mind on it.
Yeah, one of us did.
Yeah.
One of us did.
we need to ask Gino the next time.
Yeah.
Come on now.
No,
I'm joking.
no, Derek, it's basically the format you had in mind. They did it. They performed like a super group that you can watch at multiple stages, like a festival style. The idea. So, what do you think of they actually did that format. Is it something you were expecting, or did they not do it entirely correctly? I understand that the Sakamichi are not there. That would have been better. But do you like the idea that what they did?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I need to be getting royalties because it's just they keep stealing. I mean, it's like every idea, you know. But somebody's got. I can hear myself on somebody's thing. I don't know who, but anyways, no, but like, it's, how do I put it? It was very reminiscent of days past when they would do this. Do you know what I mean? Like when we would see all the groups together, we would see them, you know, performing. Each group would be up, each group would come up, and they would do their thing. And past Dome contests and stuff, it was a little bit more cohesive, I think, in terms of like the groups like all performing one after another. But whatever. I mean, it was still incredible. I mean, what I saw of it was pretty awesome. I did think it was weird because seeing the stands as empty as they were in some cases, that was weird because I've never seen an AKB show where there wasn't a seat pretty much full. I mean, when I went to Takamina's grad at Yokohama Stadium, I was pretty surprised because I got lucky and the 2 seats next to me were empty, but they were literally the only 2 seats that were empty. I just lucked out, which is good because I was crying, so I didn't want anybody next to me seeing that. But it was like, there was a lot of empty seats. So that I wasn't too happy about, although that could have just been weather, people inside and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel overall it just reminded me why I like AKB, you know? It was cool. It was real cool. I wish Nogi would have been there. I wish Kea would have been there, but
I think
you know, then it would have been amazing.
The idea was with you're allowed to move around, so I want to see this part. You can actually go to that part, and I want to see this part. Basically how we could do the live stream part. It was a 6-hour concert, and people need to go to a break. And I'm not gonna talk about it because I refuse to, but it is a certain group that was performing, and a lot of people were deciding, okay, this is the time I'm gonna go to the concession stand, bathroom, or anything like that. And well, I applaud those people for making a right choice when to actually take a break. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I would have been more happier if people at that point would have just started chanting Mahon's name. That would have been brutal, but that would have been inappropriate, in my opinion.
They did.
I think they did, though.
Did some do that?
I heard,
yeah,
I saw a tweet. I think that it happened.
Good. Let him not forget.
But I didn't watch the NGT part. I was like,
nope. Skip. I'm going to take a break myself. Get a beer, you know. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. There were lots of groups. All the groups, you know, NGT, HKT, and Team 8. They all had their own stage. Fun. I really like the NGT, the SKE, and the Team 8 stuff. That was just awesome. Like great songs from all 3 of the groups. There were a few solos, duos, the teams. You know, AKB48 and
Yuna.
Just. Example is that what are there? Chuo, Quintet, the second generation of NGT, which is that's something else. It was a lot of fun. I agree. It was. I really thought it would turn out worse, quality-wise, presentation-wise, but it went well. It went well.
6 hours though. That's long.
6 hours. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. It's not long enough, in my opinion. AKB needs to do this. If we were, it would be nice to remember the time when like AKB seemed to do touring all the time and playing shows all the time in places like this, and it was like a good throwback. And honestly, if I had the time, I would have went and I would have sat there and I would have enjoyed it all, minus one certain group, of course, out of protest. And believe me, they would have heard me because I have a loud voice. But the thing is, it's like, I feel overall it was very nostalgic in a good way, and it's AKB members doing the best they can with the groups that they have, and also it's kind of sort of like I don't want to say like a concession prize for there not being a Sasenkyo this year, but it was kind of like, okay, well, I guess this is a consolation. I guess it's something. But it was good. It was fun. I mean, what I saw, I was like getting, you know, like you get a little choked up a little bit when you're like, because when I stepped into the handshake events, even though I've been to like 4 or 5, every time when you hear the mix, the overture, you're like, oh, you know, Robin, you were there at DX, you know, it's like when you hear it and you hear the thundering crowd, and it's just like you're all together doing it, you're transported, and you know, it's I miss that feeling with AKB, because it's the AKB that I know and love, and it's very nostalgic for me, and something I'll always treasure in my life. You know,
I will definitely still watch the group festival minus one part.
Sure.
It's something that I actually when I was watching the Sashihara part, it's nice just to put it like on the bottom here in the background, and then just playing you know, little games that I'm lately playing a lot. So that was very nice of that. Yeah, so I have nothing to add because I haven't seen it yet, but I will watch it somewhere
down the line.
Yeah, it is on the list basically. So, shall we get into the other day then?
Sure. Yes.
I can go a little bit more details since I watched that for the first half, the first hour and a half. It's a 3-hour concert basically. Yeah. This, however, was packed. This was the full. No change of seat. The weather was a lot better. So kudos to that. Started off with, of course, with the opening, and was Sashihara saying the opening. Basically, she did what her senpai did, like Takamina, doing every part in there, just performing as well, not skipping out at one moment.
Nope.
It was opening as HKT48. Very nice touch, I would say. Did an HKT48 concert basically with the members, so no AKB48 members first. They came out in like this stylish version of yukatas. Sashi looked great. A lot of you know, the camera's a lot on her. People are very excited. She's performing very well. I think she has trouble with her like her earpiece because she couldn't hear her voice, so she's trying to so stuff like that. So pretty funny going through there. I don't remember the set list basically, but a lot of iconic center points that Sashi did, and lots of HKT moments she did. I'll say that were on display. Like there was this one song. What's the song again? The I think Team K did that. The goodbye song.
With Michan?
No. It's with HKT, but it's that song.
Oh,
I don't know what the title is, but basically
Yume wo miteru.
I think that's the one. Sakura, Miyake Sakura showed up on the big screen. She couldn't make it because they said schedule conflicts. It's like no, you're under contract. You're not allowed to move to that because they had to film, I think, Ice One stuff, and you know, it's sad. I think she was sad as well not being there live, but at least a video message giving to Sashi was very nice as well. Yes, Derek.
You know who was there?
Oh yeah, first generation HKT.
Oh yeah.
Announce it,
my
Derek.
girl was there. She was on the big stage. I was so proud of her. I was like, my girl, honey. Remember, I found Tani because of HKT, because of Orikake, watching how she would just troll Sakura-tan to the point where Sakura-tan was like, I hate you. Like leave me alone, you weirdo. And just Tani would just take over every episode. And it's like, yep, this is my girl. And she was on the stage.
Cheery as well.
But it was so great to see her next to the queen, you know? And it's like
she got emotional. She got emotional, like crying, like, "Oh God, you're leaving," stuff like that.
Yeah. My girl.
There was a very wholesome moments with the HKT girls, basically.
It was very adorable.
And then we got some very like hot stuff coming out. Moriyasu Madoka with who's the other member? I forgot, but no, Sashi did the sexy rock song basically, and every time she had to change, you know, into this new outfit, we saw another surprises. We saw Kitari show up. Of course, how could she not be there?
How could she not be there?
Looking wonderful as well, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
They did the
NGT stress.
what was it? The joke group they did, right? The
Sunday? No.
Basically, it's Miyazaki Mao, Minagishi Minami, Kitari and Sashihara Rino. It was
Choose Me.
Yeah, they did the song Choose Me, but it's no, that's later. That's not yet. No, it's in Request Hour they did that. Oh, of course, with like Secret Base.
Oh, Secret Base.
Yeah. They did those Gathering, but they did the song Choose Me to under that. Then, of course, Not Yet came up with again Kitari, Yokoyama Yui, and
Shi-chan.
Yeah, and they made a joke out of it later at the MC. It's like, yeah, Yuko couldn't be here. She was busy with something else, so we replaced her with that. And then they made embarrassed moments like, yeah, look, you were practicing the songs or like debuting like in your younger age. Like, don't show it. So pretty fun moments there. Let's see. Then I remember that when the first part of the AKB48 Senbatsu came out, I think they did Love Trip.
Yeah,
they started out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my girl Okada Nana, when she came out, the entire crowd erupted. She's like, "Oh God!"
Yeah. I saw that actually. That was amazing. Your girl crushed it this whole concert, by the way.
That gray hair that she has right now, that silver gray hair, it
another
looks
hair color.
So good on her. She has so many hairstyles in color.
I like the dark green one though. I like the
dark green was good. You know, the red one was up, but that gray that she has right now, that's so mesmerizing. Her pictures are looking so good, and when she's on stage, this is gonna be. Well, Sashi already said it. She's gonna be the media replacement, basically. So she's not gonna be the first in Sosenkyo or that. She's gonna be the ace of the group of AKB48. She's gonna carry AKB48. And then have Mukaichi Mion being the Sokantoku in a group. So it looks good. I'm still not trusting management. They're doing horrible this year. But at least members are doing better, I would say. At least Matsuya Junya was there. She looked fine as well.
Oh, yeah.
Dancing along on those songs.
You know, Love 10 was there, which is amazing.
Oh, yes.
And then Mayu showed up even.
Mayu showed up with avocado dashi.
Yeah, it was very, very touching, very heartwarming. I mean, it's Sashi, you know. I was curious to not see other older Gen members there, but I also feel like, you know, maybe they just kind of wanted to put a cap on everything with Takamina's grad and be like we're not coming back and doing this over and over every time. But it's Sashi, you know.
But I don't feel that's the legacy Sashi has.
That's true. That's very true.
You could put Yuko. Right. You could put Yuko there. But Maybe, but it still feels like Sashi had an entire legacy after the whole, like all the other senpais left, basically.
Yeah. True. I don't know. I just at the same time, like, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. I'd love to hear this, but like, you know, Sashi passing now because of everything that's happened with NGT, it's kind of softened the blow in a way, and that's maybe the wrong term, but like of the fact that the queen is not going to be in AKB anymore. Also, the fact she hasn't really been around in AKB the past couple years, like she's been doing her own thing. That's been helpful too, I suppose. But it's like when you really stop and think about it, here's this Team B girl, like a nobody, who like gradually worked her way up the Susenkyo every year, and then did the impossible, and then kept doing the impossible, and kept doing the impossible. And this is a girl who also, keep in mind, had a pretty interesting scandal on top of that. Yeah. But Aki in all his genius, see, and this is another thing, everybody brings up the love band, how bad it is. Aki P didn't get rid of her, did he? He made the classic all-time MVP move of MVP moves by putting her in HKT, teaching that girl some humility, and then Sashi destroyed. Like, it was like she took that and ran with it.
She's now, I think, the #1 female entertainer in Japan. I think.
Just
God bless her.
To put it in perspective, you get one of the entertainment giants to appear at your graduation concert. That is Matsumoto Hitoshi.
Yeah,
he's one of the gods of entertainment.
That was the last bit before we had to record this show. That was what I watched. That he came in, like, Sashi did this song with this famous guy, like this whole guy, a few years back. Yeah. On a bike, and
yep.
Suddenly this guy came out. But there was something off. You just see him just sitting in that pose, and everybody's laughing, and Sashi's losing it. It's like, no, what is this? And he opens his mouth, and it's like instantly, it's like, why are you here? But it's amazing. This guy is a legend in every year.
Of the entertainment titan. He's a titan in the Japanese industry.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though too. Like, Sashi's got a whole new set of friends. I mean, she is an entertainer now. She's talento. She's variety girl. So she could have probably had, and I bet there were quite a few talent names there. Probably in the MVP skyboxes, whatever they got there at the stadium. But I'm saying, like, this girl is so connected in Japan, it's not even funny. Yeah. So this is actually, I don't want to say dumbing down for her to be on the stage to just kind of punch in her last ticket here, but it was very cool to see at least somebody from her other world she's been in show up.
Yeah.
And I think, again, people don't realize, like, Sashi did a lot for AKB in more than just Koisuru Fortune Cookie. Mm-hmm. She did, and if you read her letter, somebody translated her letter in English, like what she said at the end, like your thank you speech, all that. Like, she thanks everybody. She even thanks the makeup artist. She has a humility to herself, and she kept apologizing because she says she's not, like, good at speaking. But that's, like, her trick. She, like, makes you think she's not good so that you don't expect anything from her, and then you're happy when she delivers. That's a classic, like self-esteem thing. But she's a master at it. And it's just, like, I just think about this girl that we've been watching 2012 for me. It's, like, it's weird to think she's not going to be associated more. Like, I'm still, even though I wasn't a big Mayu fan, it's still weird to know that Mayu's not there. It's weird to see Koji Haru only in, like, underwear ads these days. It's, like, weird that, like, now I'm going to turn on AKB and I won't see Saine, and Sakura-tan is on loan probably forever to Korea. And it's, like, who's left? And Na-chan's, like, the only one, and it's, like, don't get me wrong, I mean, she's amazing. But it's, like, with no Sasenkyo to even give us a direction, it's sort of like, who really is going to be on top of the idol pile? Because at the very least, had Sashi stayed around, we'd still have her there, like the anchor, the top.
Yeah,
it's not there anymore. It's like Game of Thrones. Like, who's going to sit on the throne now? Like, really, who's sitting on the throne? You have to wonder, because the Night King's not here, so to speak.
Hopefully, you all who are watching watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing. I'm just saying, like, Sashi's kind of like the Night King. She's just not here anymore.
She had an unbelievable army of undead.
She sure did. I'm not gonna go anywhere with that.
So Wodas are undead, and the biggest Woda was Sashihara?
Yeah, they're zombies. They follow blindly. Come on, that's a perfect description.
Colin?
How about Matsui Jurina?
Matsui Jurina is still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought because
oh yeah,
that's right. The girl that wasn't there all year. Yeah, she's there. Not really. Like, I don't know. Matsui Jun still's got a lot to prove. First, she doesn't have a good solid song behind her to, like, affirm her crown. The fact that she's even defending her crown, I don't know. She just keep it? Like, it's like, I don't know. She's not Sashi. Like, I love her. I love her. Proud that she's our queen. But it's like, Sashi's the queen, she always will be the queen. And it's like, Jurina reached that height. She deserves to be on the pegboard right up there with Yuko and Mayu and Achan and Sashi, but it's like, she didn't do her duties all year. Like, we didn't see her.
Yeah, it feels like Jurina is still like you're in
right.
What do you call the words? We use it all the time.
Rehab?
Reinstating. I think.
Yeah, she's still being reinstated. Yeah, integrating. Integrating.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. She's back at least. She's still active. Keyholder show some stuff.
I cut out, so I missed like a lot. No clue what you guys were talking about.
Nothing much. Sorry. We're just speculating stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Either way, from Jerrina, she killed it during the 48 group festival. Like, she centered almost all the songs. I think Gonna Jump was done by Goto Rara. That was cool.
Awesome.
They also did Iwake maybe the SKE version. But basically, there, Jerrina was very apparent. I think she is more SKE than anything else.
Yeah,
I think ever since Keyholder took over, it feels really like SKE is there, and here is the rest. And then sometimes, you know what, just do a compilation with them, but other than that.
Well, I mean, think about it though, Robin. Like you're a company, you buy this group. And then this other company associated with the group has the mother of all scandals. The last thing you want to do is be associated. You want to get as far away as you can.
Yeah,
I would if I was that company.
Yeah, there's still something with the CEO of Keyholder saying some stuff on that situation that didn't help. So.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, basically saying Maho should just leave and let's move on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, actually, yeah. There's one of those people who said that is now is working for Keyholder, basically. So
some guy that's very
bum bum bum.
Oh yeah.
So
either way,
I know it's early, but I'm saying for my recommendations, if you haven't already, go watch those 2 concerts. They sound like a lot of fun, and so far what I've been watching, I've been entertained, and it's something we've been missing. The last one I was like this was, I think, the Takamina grad, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a while. That's been a while.
It's been a while.
So yeah. Anything else?
I think that covers it, man. I think it was just nice to get back to AKB. Nice to be reminded why we love them.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah.
Anymore.
There was one interesting graduation announcement, and that was from STU48 Suga Arasaki. Just as the boat is sailing, she's leaving pretty much. So yeah.
But the boat is there, so it's like, I've been on the boat.
Cool. Not for me.
Time to move on. Okay then. It's also the end of the month, so let's go then to our AMA that we do every end of the month.
Yes.
Thanks to our Patreon supporters. So if you would like to do that, go to our Patreon site, and for only $5 a month, you can ask 3 questions about idol-related stuff. And at what we're doing today, we're gonna answer those questions. So we have a couple. Jerrison Oracion asks his first question about IS-1.
Okay.
If more AKB48 members were in the group, which member could have been in the group?
I'd hate to say it, but I'm going Komiharu. She has the visuals, she has the dance, she has the vocal capabilities. I can picture in IS-1, sadly.
I thought you were going for Shitomi.
Yeah, but that's obvious. That's too obvious.
The problem with that is, visually, I agree. But to be in like a K-pop group, especially that ones that have been produced by Produce System, the level is high. So I don't think Komiharu is at that level. You need to show that's utmost 100% all times in every show and everything they do. And so far, IS-1 girls have been doing it. Everything they do that I'm seeing, it's high quality, I would say. And don't get me wrong, I really like Komiharu, but I don't think she has part of it right, but she's missing some stuff to be part of that group, I think.
See, for me, it's like Komi. It's the opposite for me. Personality-wise, I think she's catty enough. She could survive in a group like that. But I think it's her looks, man. She's got her own thing. It's very Japanese. Like she's very much a Japanese woman. If she tried to go all Korean, I don't see it. Like I don't know. For me, she doesn't fit the look of that group whatsoever. Like Sakura-tan fits very well. Komi doesn't. But I would say, on the other hand, DX, like, good choice. I know it's Hiroshi, but like, it would be interesting. It would definitely be interesting to see how she would do. But I also don't see her liking it. Like I think she wouldn't be happy. Wouldn't she have time to do her Instagram pictures?
Yeah, true.
So I know she's gone, but I was gonna say Fujita Nana. That would be.
God, yes, put her in.
Yeah,
that girl would crush it.
That will be someone that will be a very good fit to that group. And now I'm thinking on active members. Kato Reina, I would say she has that similar style.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
And I'm looking at most members of Team A, I think, because they have that similar look. But I'm looking at really fashion, like true beauties, basically. Maybe Moriyasu Madoka. I don't know. I think that's too classy, like the cool beauty style.
Classy.
Shiromiru made it almost in. I would say in there. Takashi Judy was a good one.
I got a weird one. I don't know. Murashige. Because, and I know it sounds weird, but hear me out. Because, like, you take Lisa from Blackpink, she's Thai. And it's like, I think, a Hafu in Korea would be very interesting because it would be, I mean, I don't think she, I think she would have to really redo everything about herself to fit there. But I just think she'd have, like, a bright spirit. She's so funny. There have been so many clips coming out of her just being a total dork and goofball from this concert over the weekend. And every time I see it, I was laughing and laughing because she's such a goofball. And it's like, it's good to see her as the girl I remember from Otakake. So it's like, I was thinking about this when you just said that about the question with Eyes One. I'm thinking, how would she do there with that humor? I don't know about her acting. Well, she could actually sing, I don't think, halfway bad. So I think singing-wise, she'd be okay. Dancing, I don't know. But I also remember, like, seeing docs. I remember how she was, like, training, like, Sashi even when Sashi first joined. Murashige was telling Sashi, what's up? So it's like she knows her stuff, And I think she's such an underdog. To put her in a group like that, I wonder if she'd rise to the top. Like, kind of like how Cheon did, I think, a little bit. To some degree, if you follow, like, what was going on with her. Sorry, because that crazy girl's got me into, like, Cheon now, so.
Yeah, that's cool.
She's awesome.
I got one more name, I would say. Furuhata Now. That would
crush it. She'd crush it. Good one.
She currently has that look. Really, really feeling that, I would say.
She'd crush it.
Colin, do you have any examples?
I was thinking, okay, who would I send that I don't mind not staying in the 48 group? And I couldn't really think of anyone I would send there that I wouldn't miss. So that's difficult.
Okay, any more?
Dance-wise, maybe, I don't know. She's not the 48 group member anymore, but maybe Tano Yuka, even though she hasn't got the visual.
Yeah.
Tano-chan was born to be in a Korean group. It's so sad she wasn't in this. She would have wanted. I mean, for crying out loud, she did the commercial to Korean people. Like, it's like
she has the attitude. She has the dancing skills. But if you want to have the bad girl of the group, then that was actually the one. But I think with Eyes One, there are too many members. If it was like a K-pop group with 4 members, like I said, Blackpink, I could see her fit her somewhere. Like, you definitely have that style.
No, I can see that.
Oh, good one.
That's actually really good.
All right. Other than Nozawa World Traveler, which segments do you like in the group's YouTube channel?
I don't really watch the YouTube channel, so I guess I can't really answer that.
The old ones I loved were the card, no, not card battle, like the battle segments with these small Batsu games.
Card fighter, yeah, I know. For me, I really enjoyed the Seichan challenges when she was playing tennis or challenging tennis. I really like those ones.
Yeah, with the one I liked, the card battle, the favorite one is Yukari Mayu doing the emergency sign text, and then they had like someone had the cake and like a cakey to eat, and the other one had like a very sour one to eat. Oh, those are fun moments in the YouTube channel.
One of those battles that stands with me until still today is Minigishi against Kojimako when they had the draw on map.
Minigishi good. Lost.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah,
and
that
when
was so good.
she ate the sour cake, she actually opened her mouth, and they had to censor it because
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Cool. Let's see then. Next, what would happen if Watanabe Mayu won the AKB48 Senbatsu general election 4 times instead of Sashihara Rino?
Ooh.
This question.
That's a very question. What if, you know?
What if, yeah.
She would have some more fun numbers.
Not true, but to be quite honest, I don't think Mayu is as versatile as Sashihara Rino is actually.
I would say not as naturally. Maybe for Sashi it's more easy for her to do because of her personality, whereas for Mayu it's not as easy. Or maybe she doesn't see herself like that.
Is it weird to say that I think AKB48 wouldn't exist anymore?
Oh. No, they're not existing by the end of the year, so.
I think because the influence Sashihara has and the mainstream media it has, if you had that same with Mayu, and Mayu was more focused on the group and less than the outside. Just think of it. In other media, what did Mayu do? She did some TV shows, and she did Utage, of course. But other than that, it feels like it would be less in the media. Because it's Sashi, it was more nationwide to other people who knows, like, oh, this is actually a very important thing. I think that's the biggest difference with Sashi. Sashi has such an influence in the rest of the entertainment world.
That is to say that wouldn't have happened if she didn't became #1. I feel that she would have been able to do that regardless of her #1 status. Though, I would say that she had to rank high enough to really be able to manage to do that. I think she would have, if she didn't win all those times, I think she still would have been able if she still was like top. I think that Sashi would have been able to do that regardless of being either #1, #2, #3. But Mayu, well, she would have focused probably more on the group, which, knowing what we know now, I feel would have been for the better, because like Derek just said, that Sashi hasn't really been, giving the impression that she has been really focusing on the groups that is not HKT. Though Mayu probably would focus on AKB more than the other groups, which is fair. But I do think that it could have been maybe more helpful regarding what eventually became, which is now. I think both have their pros and cons, but maybe I would stand that Sashi would have, has more pros because that has happened. So we can say, well, these are the pros, as opposed to, thinking about what could have been.
Yeah. Derek?
Wow, that was actually really well put, Colin. Jeez, I don't even know if I can follow that. That was good. No, I think it's like we can't underestimate how popular Mayu was. Remember, she did win as the Senkyo. That's not a small feat. Although Sashi won it many more times. But had Mayu kept winning, I think her popularity would have grown to the point where she would have had also the same kind of access that Sashi did. I'm not saying that people wouldn't want Mayu on their show. And Sashi does have a certain charm to her that she fits very well on variety shows versus the girl that we once called a cyborg in AKB. But I would say, like, I've also seen Mayu do things that were incredible, like on a drama end. I mean, but the library bookstore TV, that's
good
like
episode.
One of the best.
Yeah. Good show.
So good. And she held her own with great actors and actresses in that show. She was no slouch. And then it's like, I think to myself, she was so beloved. Like, people really loved Mayu. So, not saying people didn't love Sashi, but it was more like, Mayu just had something. She had something for a lot longer than Sashi did, too. Let's not forget that. She was one of the original Kami 7, you know? So it's like, I think, to be honest with you, if Sashi hadn't been there to steal all this thunder away, I honestly think she would have gotten maybe as big as Achan. Because it's like, Mayu was poised to be as big as Achan.
Oh, yeah.
But Achan was there. You know, then Yuko was there. And she just couldn't get past that crazy rivalry. But it easily could have been Achan versus Mayu. Or Yuko versus Mayu. Which it was Yuko versus Mayu for a while there. So it's like, I don't know. Just, she had something. You know what would have been interesting then is what that would have made Yukirin. Her best friend.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting, because would that have propelled Yukirin into this struggle for life and death for 1 and 2 in the Sasankyo? And would Yukirin have won 1 year and Mayu the other? I don't know, because Yukirin's light, what it might have just been propelled even higher than it already is. So the dynamic would have been really cool, different. But I am happy we had Sashi do what Sashi did. He is the one and only.
I'm
a huge Sashi fan.
I would add to that Mayu is the actress, Yukirin is the performer, and Sashi is the host.
That's good, Colin.
Host. Maybe that's a better word.
No, that's actually very good.
That's good. That's really good. That's good. I get it.
Yukirin, of course, I mean, singing, dancing, all the thingamabob.
Getting picked on a lot.
Mayu,
yeah.
Mayu acting, appearing as a guest on many shows, variety shows or whatever, but not necessarily be the host. Sashi would definitely.
Mayu is a good fill as the assistant host, basically.
All the 3 of them, they have their own strengths, their own weaknesses, and I don't want to place everyone in a box per se, but I do look at what they would be at their best at, and I feel that those 3 could do those things very well, with all respect. I mean, I would love to see them do things that I like them to see in, and what they are good at, which is what I just said. And that's good.
That's so good. I would say to that, I watch the documentaries sometimes now, especially too because I'm trying to do documentary stuff, and it's like it's good information for me now. I'm seeing the documentaries in a whole different way from a camera point of view. That's a whole other thing, but I still get misty-eyed. I still get teary-eyed when I see Sashi like break the F down when she goes to HKT, and like she goes in, says her thank you everybody, and then she's like, what am I gonna do? She's like, what am I going to do? And it's like the one girl from, I think it was SK that was there, and she was just like trying to comfort her and be like, it's all right. But it's like, I still get teary-eyed. I still think about Mayu looking out that window on the little montage in the one documentary, and all those fans were there, and she just looked over real quick, and they all went crazy. and she's just like, peace, like, that's me. And it's like, and then Yukirin, of course, being Yukirin, saying like, oh, if I was first, I wouldn't follow AKB because I suck. And it's like, it's so nostalgic to talk about these girls.
Yeah.
And it reminds me when they get on that stage, what goddesses all 3 of them are. And it's just like when I think about that, I think about the trials they went through in the backstage, just everything they've been through. Remember, these are 3 girls that built AKB. Like, correction. So Mayu and Yukirin helped build AKB with Yuko and Achan and Mariko and Takamina. They helped build it. Sashi carried it to the next generation. Sashi carried it forward. And Mayu was the least favorite idol out of AKB for me. It's not that I don't like her. That's too strong word. She is my least favorite out of all of them. I just completely black her out. But looking back now and just even this question and seeing her at the concert, I'm like, Mayu, I miss you. Like, it's like, come back. I miss you. Can we just have you all come back? Can you just for like a year, the original Kami 7 just come back? I know Achan's got a kid.
They did.
I'll it's just, I know.
Kimi wa melody.
I know, but it's not really the same. Not for that song. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just awesome. Good question, man.
All right.
Seeing the 3 of them on Sashi's concert was great, by the way. The whole
it was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So next up is Mette Hendriksen has 3 questions, and that is, which AKB48 generation is your favorite? For me, that is. Oh, do you want first, Colin?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
The 12th generation. That's absolutely my favorite. I love all the members. I could rank them, but I love them all equally because of them being the 12th generation. Why? It's one of the things they pick me instead of me picking them. But they would be my absolute favorite. But now, because they're shrinking down, 16 gen is also freaking amazing. So I stand with 12. Probably will always be my favorite, but 16 is awesome too.
For me, it's generation 14/15. Those moments when they were on AK Bingo are always remembered for me. Of course, Mayoshi's from there. Just that Team 4 built by Takahashi Juri being the captain.
Takahashi,
the 12th generation.
The golden Team 4, yeah. Golden
Team 4. That Team 4 that was filled up with most of the 14th generation and 15th generation was
amazing.
I really, really love that generation to death because there are so many good moments from that.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
DX?
For me, I'm a bit torn actually between your answer, like 14 and 15 gen, and 9th gen, the golden gen as well, because the golden gen has got legendary members like Paru, Yokoyama Yui, whilst the 14-15 combo, yes, whilst the 14-15 combo has like the legendary golden Team 4, I would say. So I'm really torn, and to be quite honest, I can't choose at all. It's a split even for me between generation 9 and 14-15.
Derek.
9 is good. 9 is good. I forgot about
that. Yeah, 9 is so good.
Shimada Haruka, Shimazaki Haruka.
I mean, right? It's like it's hard, man. Like I'm with DX pick, and we all like a lot of the same groups, but I'm first gen, man, all the way. First gen was magic, awesome. Something beautiful there. I know it's a boring answer.
No, the start of the greats.
For me, it's stage 48. It's going through when I was just beginning. It was reading all the posts by the foreigners that would go there when you could just go to Akihabara and line up at 6 in the morning, get your ticket, come back later. It's like there was something there about that stage every day, hearing the reports that this one couple of those dudes were like putting there and just feeling the magic and feeling that well, it's what I feel every day now in the underworld. The AKB they were an underworld group to start. I mean, they were all supposed to be big, but they weren't. For a long time, they had that moment. They were like a Chica idol group, for lack of better phrase. And that camaraderie, I love so much. And AKB had that when they were doing 2 shots at the theater, for crying out loud. They were doing checkies and stuff. It's like you can't beat that. And the first gen, they didn't know what was ahead of them. They had a belief and they had an idea, but some of them quit. Some of them wanted to quit. Tomo-chin wanted to quit how many times? Got talked back into staying. Look what happened to her. Thank God. It's like they had to do something, and then they gave this beautiful thing that's called AKB to all these other generations we love, and those generations did something with it. And even 16 gen, how much were we on 16 gen? What, last year before? Like, we were thinking they could become their own team. They were so good. Golden. And when I saw them at Tokyo Idol Festival 2017. And they crushed that stage. They crushed it. And just seeing my girl, Nagatomo Ayami, like just being her, like it's like AKB had this ability and still does, just haven't seen it quite often lately, but this ability to surprise, to keep bringing up girls that we're interested in and curious about. But the first gen is what started it all. So for me, that will always be the one to remember.
Well, then follow up with this question, Derek. What is your favorite AKB48 MV?
I think I've actually did a top 10 on this. I don't know necessarily favorite. I think it's more important. I think Heavy MD ever made by AKB. I don't think there's one you can argue is better. Maybe Koisuro just for the reach, but that's it. I mean, I love the song too, so I think it's my second or third favorite song. For me, Uza's my favorite AKB song. but I don't like the MV at all. I think it's terrible. I think it's utterly atrocious. But I think like the song itself is what helped me get into the music end, because I got into AKB single first, then picked up the Uza single when I was in Japan. I was like, well, I might as well check out this group's music, and I was like, they sound like this, awesome. And then they didn't sound like that. I was like, they don't sound EDM, but
No.
it still dragged me in. But when I saw the beauty of Mika's MV for Heavy Rotation, when I saw Yuko with that big $1 billion toothy smile, and the girls, it wasn't even the laundry. I didn't care. I honestly didn't care about that. I mean, yeah, it helped, but I didn't care about it. What I liked was it was this hook of all hooks, and you can sing that anywhere. I was at a Gochasto show, and I want to see, yeah, it was Gochasto, and it was like a couple months ago, and they just busted it out. Like one of the girls did like a solo and was like, oh, we're gonna do Heavy Rotation. The whole place erupted. It was like all these fans. It's just like, you know it. If you're an Idol fan, it's kind of like the Beatles songs for idols. Like it's so classic. But the reason why I love it, the minute that song was written, the minute that MV came out, it was a classic. It's the literal definition of what I call songs insta classics. That is the staple. So and that MV, you can't. It's probably the most important MV because of the challenge it brought to AKB for people that aren't into AKB. It created discussion, for better or worse. It created discussion around AKB, and most of all, it captured what these girls are like, in the sense like it kind of tapped into the other side. It's feminine thing, and it could have been better. You know, it could have been better. So can't beat that.
Colin?
How about you guys?
I love Flying Cat is my absolute favorite song. I really love the MV. But if I had to pick what really, really appeals to me and what is my absolute favorite MV, I think I have to go with Kingdom Check.
Yeah, that would be my second, probably.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Really the MV where I'm like,
That's a good one.
I don't even. Well, I Kaiju is fine. I'm not really much into it, but I do enjoy it. But just the style of everything.
Yukarin looks
awesome.
so good in that MV.
Yeah, there's. I can make a list. It's so long. I'd say Kingdom Check would be my favorite. For the sake of just the MV alone. I could, I like the song, but I could mute it and just look at the MV and still have that same level of satisfaction. I would go with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that will change. Maybe I'm forgetting one. But I'm taking that one for now.
DX?
Awesome.
For me, not sure if it's actually my all-time favorite, but I had a really hard time looking for this MV because back in the day when Beginner was released, the original video was pretty much banned, and I was like, why the heck is it banned? So I scrounged all over the internet back then, and I was like, why was it banned? And then I got to see the original MV, and oh yeah, so that's why it's banned. It was so gory for an idol video. I was like, this is really unexpected. Imagine Kojiro being decapitated pretty much. So yeah, something like that. It was so unexpected for a group like AKB48 to put out such an MV.
Great song.
Yeah. But yes, because it was so hard for me to find it, it became my favorite song pretty much. So I'm going with Beginner, AKB48.
I'm gonna cheat a little bit, but the easy answer for me would be Everyday Katusha.
Oh, nice. That's so fun.
Since they compilate with a lot of other MVs, like Still Secrets in there, hey, Heavy Rotation in there, there's Ponytail Chusu in there.
Yeah.
And Mizuki is always good, of course. Remembering Miyazawa Sai's Cobalt Blue version on that. No, I think the build up to that one that's pretty fun on set. But other than that, I'm going more to SKE48's road. There are two that stand out for me, and that's Maya no Meni. That's Matsuyu Reina's basically graduation single that came out.
Yep.
Just the impact during that song, the beach house and the tears involvement that's Matsuyu Reina leaving, that's very impactful to that emotion one. And the other one from SKE, it's The World is Crying. That one.
Really?
That one is. I really like the build up to this story. That it's, who did it? Who killed the teacher? You know, and it turns out that it's actually one person. It's Matsuyo just with all these different personalities inside her head. I really like that story. It's short and sweet, just basically going into there. Yeah, Derek.
I'm so sorry because you brought up SKE. What about 1-2-3-4 Yoroshiku? That is like the wackiest, zaniest MV ever. It's so goofball off the wall, and it works every time I watch it.
If we're talking about MV. I don't like it's too busy for me. It's like
oh, it's so good. It's so funny.
It's a funny song, but it's no.
Interesting.
I think HKT48. Shekarashika. That one is pretty good, I would say. Pretty fun to see. I can go on and on, but there's so many good ones, to be honest. And if we look at more recently on the MV part, the last one that has some impact to me, that was #Sukinanda.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
I agree.
Hey,
It's beautiful.
first one in 4K. So other than that, not much came out. I can go Sakamichi, but that's not fair because their MVs are a lot better than AKB48's. Okay. So next up is oh no, that doesn't say that. It is BNK will at some point during 2019 announce a new theater stage, probably for Team B3. Currently, both Kenkyuse and Team B3 are performing. Partiga Hajimaru Yo, which stage should they do next?
Seeing as they're Team B, I would like to see them do what the Team B now is doing, Theater no Megami. I would really love that. I would pick that one.
For me, it would be Pajama Drive, I would say.
Pajama Drive is always the number one.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too.
There's too many good songs on that set list.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great.
That's why.
Well, my personal favorite is for a while Team 4 had when I was really watching a lot of theater stages. Team 4 had this one where Confession was in there, and you had Love and Peace in there. And you had so many good songs in there. Just I don't know. I like the setup. I knew it's like, oh, this song is coming up now. It was the one with Jelly Bean. What's it called? They had that plastic guitar and they threw balls in the stage. Jelly Bean something. You had a slow song in there. Then you had the cowboy outfits they had. Like the one in different colors, you had the red, blue, and yellow one, and that stage. That's the one that I remember the most. So I don't remember the name sadly.
I tried to remember myself, but I can't come up with the name sadly.
I got one too. I'm sorry.
There?
I'm just gonna totally interrupt here. I'm sorry because I just looked it up and I wanted to share this. You know what MV is just really ridiculously underrated, but so beautiful, so perfect. It's How Come off Sayonara Crawl, Team K.
Yeah, I know that.
You got Tarina, you got Yuko, Tomo-chan. I mean, you want to talk about sexy and the way it's filmed and the coloring and just whoever made that MV is a god or goddess. I think.
Are we talking about they're sitting in those chairs with the when they're on the sand, and you had Juno with the blonde hair with the highlights?
No, I don't. No. Drina is looking like it's very black red. Yeah. I want to say it's like there's one part where they're all just standing there. And they all look like they're just it's like a still shot, and then it's just like the way the coloring is in their faces and the way it just.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that
one. Dude, watch it. I'm sorry. I know we're talking about stages, but this one, it was like a late entry into my head that should have been there.
I'll look it up. I'll definitely look it up.
Dude, it's so good. Dude, we're watching after this.
Yeah.
I want to see your reaction.
But you remind me of the other one. Remember with the song you liked as well with Jurina. It was a coupling song.
The dance Sambatsu song.
No. It's also a good one, but I mean, it's a stage. I think a coupling song from Team K where Jurina was still in there, and they sat in like this circle. They were all dressed in white.
Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was ridiculously good. What the heck was the song? It's been so long.
Shoot Sign?
It wasn't Shoot Sign, but it was.
I believe it was from a.
Tenmetsu Pheromone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes, it was Tenmetsu Pheromone. DX with the win there. Seriously, ridiculously good. Oh my god, I want to watch that now. But no, that's seriously good. That's good.
And we're missing one more, Derek. We're missing one more, the one you really liked. That was with Minagishi in there in the Undergirl song.
Oh, the floating.
Oh,
yeah.
Floating.
It looked like the movie The Cell.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that song. Okay song, ridiculous MV, like movie quality, like again, God making a film with AKB, like just ridiculous. Again, as I've been watching all this stuff on like documentary filmmaking, and now I'm seeing things so much differently with like lighting, and I'm thinking like, oh, what camera are they? What's their angle? What's their aperture lens? And I'm thinking, it's just this whole other level of appreciation for the one thing AKB has gotten right consistently in 12 years, 13 years, and that's their MVs, man.
Yeah.
They crush it every time. Even the most simple ones have great lighting. I mean, at the very least, I'm thinking, God, they're gods when it comes to their camera work. They are. They're super gods. But it's like occasionally, like with Tenmetsu or the one with Michan or How Come, it's this whole other level, whole other artwork. So I don't know. B&K though can't count. I mean, that last MV for Come on!
The beginner of the 7-Eleven one.
The beginner. The 7-Eleven was good. That was fun. The beginner, that was a whole other level of awesomeness. I mean, when you bring in this like Thai rapper and you're like blending. See, again, MNL, take note. That's how you blend culture correctly. That's how you take something of your culture and put it in the Japanese culture, not go the other way around. Just a little bit of words there. Anyways.
So, we all agree that Pajama Drive should be the next one?
Sure.
Yes. Pajama Drive is amazing.
Okay.
B&K Girls would crush that. Come on.
Alright. Those were the questions then for this month.
Good
questions. Thank you. Very good one.
Fun.
We have a lot more discussion than I expected. So, again, for recommendations going to next week, go watch some old MVs and let us know in the comments, which are your favorite MVs, because there are so good ones in there. And maybe we'll be also like what we just had, like, oh yeah, remember that one? That was so crazy, because with the coupling songs, there are so many MVs in the coupling songs that are actually like hidden treasures. So go find those and let us know. Those were my recommendations for next week. DX, what do you have?
Actually, Jerrina tweeted something out 3 hours ago, actually, and she's going to announce something tomorrow. I'm not sure what, but something is up. So keep an eye on Twitter, I would say.
It's probably something SKI related. Concert, maybe an announcement for a photo book.
No, I don't see her graduate.
A concert. Why wouldn't you do it at the stage? It's like that's like a big chance of like. Yeah. Oh, by the way, SK's doing our own thing. We're gonna blow this.
Maybe Keyholder has. But I think it's good news. I think it's good news. I'm not expecting.
No. I don't see her. I really don't see that happening. So.
Because I remember someone translating her MOBA May saying that there are a lot of good things on the horizon that Jurina wanted to do. So I think it's going to be a good thing.
Okay.
Good.
Something enjoyable.
Good.
Anything more, DX?
No, that's my recommendation. That's my.
Right. Colin.
Talking about Pajama Drive, the 5,000 performance, that's this week, I think.
Oh,
wow.
With all the girls that were Kenkyusei in 2013, I think,
Awesome.
So that will be amazing. Takashi Juri's graduation stage is the 2nd of May, so we'll see. I hope, talking about 12 Gen, I hope they'll be doing something. Usually they don't announce.
It's gonna be busy.
But I hope they will do that. And Robin, you need to watch Endgame. Come on.
I will somewhere during this week, okay?
You will somewhere. You need to.
I will.
You need to die. I want you to die together with me because that's what we need.
Okie dokie. Thank you for that.
It's too awesome.
Okay.
I need you to die because
1.2 billion at the box office in the first week. Not even the first week yet. So
who's counting?
it's a movie that I need to see. Derek.
Oh, is it me already? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Just side note. I've only seen, I think, one out of the entire Marvel Universe history of those movies. I hate them with a passion. But I think at the same time, I'm so happy for all the fans that got to enjoy it this weekend I was rooting for the record to be broken. I have so many friends that love this whole universe, so I'm not going to crap on it, but I will say that like it is a tremendous feat to get that many people in a box office and that excited, and it's not even summer. That's amazing. Usually these kind of numbers are reserved, and we still have Star Wars at the end of this year, so I mean it's like anyways. So
funny
yeah,
thing
so
is, by the way, I want to add something. Flores said the same thing last summer. He was like, yeah, I've only seen Doctor Strange. He's now working his way.
Yeah, it's just
You'll get there.
I never will. I will not, but I appreciate all the same the fact that you guys love it so much, and because of that I support it. So that's cool. My recommendations are several as usual, but these ones are kind of important. First of all, everybody get on Twitter, wish DX a happy birthday. We have an official AKB48 talk. I'm really into Twitter these days because you live in Japan. It's like basically a phone line here. That's how all idols communicate with Twitter. So just there's a little key tip for you. If you're into the idol world, go on Twitter. They live on there. The Necroma girls are there. I mean, they tweet every 5 seconds, especially Michelle. She's like a Twitter goddess. But I would say please wish him a happy birthday. DX, happy birthday, man. I hope you enjoy this weekend. Glad to have you on this planet for another year. So hopefully you have a couple more at least while we're doing the show. Please stay alive. I would say well, the big one for me is today, actually, as it will be in about 7 hours. I will be going in the morning, but today is Necronome Idol's one-man live at Tokyo Kinema Club in Tokyo. Me, Ricky, and the girls, we have been working our butts off for this thing. We are expecting hopefully a decent turnout. We hope a lot of our idol friends and producers will come. We hope that all the fans will come that are here, but also if you can, that would be a recommendation. I don't know when you'll see this. If you'll see this in time, please go on Twitter and wish the Necroma girls good luck. Wish Ricky good luck. Wish Necroma good luck. They all deserve it. One-man lives are a big deal. Big deal in the underworld, and we've only had like 2 since I've been part of this, and this one's our first with Michelle and Kunogi, our 2 new members. So nervous, and we hope it'll be a great turnout. It's a big accomplishment. Yes. Gambare, yeah, gambaru. Or gambarimasho, would be the correct one for all of us. As far as that goes, Necronome Idol will also have a European tour this summer, and we are slowly but surely getting all the ticketing out there. I think at this point everything is there. Surprisingly enough, when I checked Necroma's event page, the most hits we've had was for the Netherlands. Thank you. It's like 4,000 people have checked out our Netherlands concert for this.
Nice.
So I'm hoping Rotterdam will sell out. I'm hoping. I mean, it is on a boat, so there's only so many people can fit on there. Stage is small, but if you want to see us in a very intimate place, that's going to be fun. Plus, I think first time an idol group's ever performed on a boat that isn't Stu. Has Stu even done it yet, or are we going to beat him?
No, they did it.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. I saw it. But I'm saying like it's just cool. So we're very happy to do that. The Europe tour, you can get the tickets. We're all gonna be there. We're all, I'm taking reservations by the way. If you are media and you want to do interviews and press, that's all coordinated through me. So please get in touch with me. The other things are as far as AKB and all that goes, I'm with Robin. But my particular suggestion is go watch How Come by Team K. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think in general about what we talked about, especially the Manila thing. All of our Manila fans and friends, please let us know your thoughts, how you dealing with this. Let's process it together. We're here for you. We know it was not a good time, so we're here for you with that. Those that are nostalgic, those have a comment on Sashi, on Mayu, briefly, all that, please let us know. I really love the comments. We've been getting so many, but I'm it's so much fun to read, and I think that's about covers it. So thank you guys. Thank you
Alright
guys
then.
so much. Thank you for the Patreon questions. Awesome. Thank you.
Very good then. Alright, with that though, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk.
Bye.
And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Ciao,
everyone.
ciao.
I love you all
Ciao, ciao.
3,000 times more. Bye.
Oh God, dude.
Oh.